Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to LEGO Jurassic World. I've realized something here. I don't think I've ever seen that camera minifig piece. I don't think they make something like that. It looks almost like you would make a camera like that, but the lens is way too long. It seems like they made it up for the game. Anywho, we've got two more levels to do. This one and then the bonus level, and also I need to get this done so I get True Survivor, and then we're gonna be done with this game, hopefully. Hopefully we'll be at 100% too. So let's start. It's a new day for me, so I've let the program be closed for several hours, and yet that still didn't fix the broken uh, gold brick detector. Seems like at this rate, nothing's gonna fix that. Hopefully, I don't need to fix it. So we're in Jurassic World. We've got all the indicators. We've got score times 10 for the first level. I believe this is the first level we've ever been able to actually play with it. We still need the amber piece, which we won't get in this level. So it will be the next one. Here, I need a spitter dinosaur. Uh, Once we get the big fish dinosaur, which I still don't know the name of, then we can do the aquarium. So it's gonna be kind of a weird setup, isn't it? Because in the bonus level or after the last level, I'm gonna have to spend the rest of that recording hopefully getting all the aquarium stuff done. We need somebody with a scream ability. She can scream. Oops, let's not hit the button while we're screaming. You'd think they would lock you out of that option. Notice we are at 50 million already, when normally we would end a level at 50 million with just the score times 10. Improving that, let's see, we need somebody with a repair ability to fix this jukebox. Jukebox, is that the right way to say it? Jukebox is how I usually say it, but I think if you were just to pronounce it the way it's spelled, you'd say juke. Not that I know what juke means. I don't know whether you even have those things around there. They're really silly these days because they just have MP3s on them, but they're made huge, I suppose, so people don't walk off with a iPod or something like that. Some little computer device with a bunch of MP3s on it. Alright. So how am I supposed to get up? Do I have to fight these guys? That would be a little strange. Let's go and take out these three. Do I need to break the jukebox? Look at that large panels of glass. Usually LEGO doesn't leave glass broken pieces. This is weird. I have no idea how... Like, I can't break the glass here. And I don't have this. Do I have to hit Y over here and switch to this character? Perhaps that is it. If that is the case, then notice this section's blocked off by a conveniently placed Jeep. We gotta be careful here not to move the story forward, or we'll end up playing the level again. Or at least part of the level. Let's see, we need Wi-Fi. Oh no, that moves the story forward. Well, that should be fine. No big deal there. crowbar guy. Where are you, crowbar guy? There we go. Break that. And hit the popcorn machine. And then rebuild the popcorn machine for a mini kit. Mini kit 2. Alright. Build a wall to climb. Find an adventurer who can climb it. Hit that to make rope. That was a rather lazy rope. I would much prefer some of these extras were just like anybody can unlock a computer, anybody can scream, anybody can hack any terminals, whichever of those you could actually get away with adding and not overwrite some of the abilities of the other characters, which is probably all of them, with a little bit of thought. So that was the case. I did need to switch over there. So we'll just switch back here. We need somebody who knows, you know this, and you're an agile character, so. I suppose it is a good thought just to wonder, what more could you have done with the pterodactyl attack than this scene? I suspect not a lot. I suspect it really is, you could have had pterodactyls in just popping up every now and then in the movie. Just every now and then they would swoop by and attack one character or try to grab one character, and that would be it. But this coordinated attack is about the only thing you can really do. And who's to say if pterodactyls actually would do a coordinated attack? It's kind of rare for flying animals to coordinate. Let's see, I can crawl up here. It's probably worth an effort. Double check all this. Look at these chairs and this umbrella, how it's just not enough Lego stuff. I haven't felt too bad about the amount of stuff that's non-Lego in this one. It looks pretty good, and it doesn't seem like it would be super easy to replace things. Like, you could certainly make Lego chairs, but they wouldn't look that detailed. You could make Lego umbrellas, but they wouldn't look that detailed. And so, that's the problem, always, with Lego games, is anything that really needs to look detailed that would take way too many Lego pieces or scaled, either has to be a custom piece like this guitar, or has to be removed. But see, there's a Lego version of the chair, and you see one right here, Lego version, one back here, non-Lego version, and they mix rather well. This whole boardwalk is a prime example, though, of just almost none of this is actual Lego. It's the minifigs here are models of Legos, but they're not even used in the same rendering. If you look, they actually look like the actual minifigs, whereas the characters in the game are always moving, always bending their arms in weird ways that you couldn't do with the minifigs. They're all missing hair elements and such. So, it's nice to see that little bit. Can't go against that guy. Still trying to get all the collectibles. Let's switch to the other character. as we have these two groups mixing together, finally appearing. Let's see. We'll ride this back and forth for some studs. So we need the hacker terminal in here. Use that key to unlock the arcade. Let's see what... Let's go ahead and skip getting all the dots this time. I somehow am missing a few of these that shouldn't even have the option of missing them. Nope, I've got to get them all. Interesting. So this is going to be a little bit difficult. Chomp, chomp, chomp. It's making a sound, but not that classic Pac-Man sound. I don't think they have the rights to Pac-Man. Could you do a Lego Pac-Man game? Yeah, but it would almost certainly just need to be part of some larger thing. You'd have to do like a full Atari collection of those classic games, Pac-Man, Galaga, and everything else in Lego form to even get close. What they could really differentiate there is they could have Lego versions of like Pac-Man and make it easy for kids, and then give the adult like Pac-Man Championship Edition DX, which is super fast and super hard for adults and expert players. It's not even really a kids versus have you been playing Pac-Man for a few decades and are you really good at it? So there's this middle section. And I can't do anything here. And it doesn't look like I can do anything here. What am I missing? There's something over here I missed. Yeah. I see it now. We use our fast interactions to turn on the electricity to charge up this car, and then the car is gonna shoot off. There we go. Right through Timmy there. Let's see. Leap over here. And we need the spitter dinosaur again. So, until I had gotten the spitter dinosaur, I wouldn't have been able to accomplish quite a lot of the collectibles. It is a major unlock. It is a shame that the aquatic dinosaur really didn't get any play in this game, besides the aquarium. I don't know how you could have the aquatic dinosaur play more of a part without having large ocean sections in the free play levels, which that has been a consistent problem, is the free play versions of these levels don't have any extra stuff in them. So there goes Zara for no real reason. She really didn't get any characterization in the story. Not in the Lego version and not really in the movie. And she gets eaten for no reason. And this is funny. They see her be super powerful and then they say, I want to go with the guy.
Larry, I'm on my way back to you.
Bad idea. This guy Hoskins is in charge. He's got some insane plan to use Raptors.
We're putting a new team on the ground.
It's really weird too. It's like somebody can just walk in an office and say, I'm in charge now, and people would actually listen. It's like,
If we do it my way.
y- Sadly, it
Easy.
would probably work in a lot of cases. You can trick quite a few people into thinking you're in charge. Mm. Funnily enough, I once worked at a job and I don't think I ever figured out who was actually my boss. They didn't bother to even tell me.
They found something.
It was just this big group effort thing, and it was like, I knew who the boss above my boss was, but I didn't know which of these 5 people I was working with I was supposed to actually report to.
I know why they wouldn't tell us what it's made of.
Why?
That thing's part Raptor.
This whole sequence from this point to almost the end of the
Watch
movie
your 6.
proves that
Raptors
raptors
have a new
are
alpha.
way too fickle about choosing who they listen to. And then if they're that fickle, it's strange that they have any that they're as good of a hunters as they supposedly are, because you'd think they would always be fighting against each other or switching sides. Alright, let's see if we can find somebody who has this. Can he do it? Nope. How about him? Nope. Really? Him? Barry saves the day. Alright. We'll run this way. Waiting for my other guy to spawn. Now waiting for the other guy to spawn. You know what? This isn't gonna work. Let's take out these dinosaurs first. Hop up. Hop, hop, up. Up here. Hit this. We need somebody with the... See, he looks like he has a knife on his belt. He does. But the vine cutting mechanic doesn't seem to work half the time. It's a pretty big jump from the battle at the boardwalk to being in the middle of the forest tracking the Indominus Rex. Those two should have been separate levels. You could easily have had 3 longer sections of the Battle of the Boardwalk and turned this into its own level too. And I often explain it as I assume that the LEGO people are simply contractually obligated to make a certain number of levels, and once they hit that number, they don't care anymore. Or sometimes they even bother cheat. I'm tired of switching. I'm just gonna pick somebody I know can actually do what I want it to do. Sometimes it feels like they just cheat and they give you 12-minute, 20-minute levels. Really short levels compared to any other game almost. So yeah, sure, there's games where you beat an entire level in a minute or so, speedrun games. But most games, you're spending at least 40 minutes to an hour on the level. Skyrim levels or missions can often be hours and hours, depending on how you play. I hope I'm not moving the forward story. I mean the story forward. And I hope I could talk straight. We get attacked by these raptors a little too often. It's not awfully repetitive, but it does happen more once or twice too many times. But I haven't had to really say that until we are almost completely done with the game. We're at 95% and starting to get a little bit bored. I suppose that is an interesting way to think about how you should make your video games. Should you make it so you start to get bored as you're wrapping up, or should you make it so it's enthralling and super interesting even to the last second, and then you're just left wanting more? And when you say it that way, it's pretty obvious the way to make the game is to leave them wanting more and not give them too much. So in the past like 3 minutes I've said this game is kind of cheated and feels a little short, but I'm also kind of bored with it. So that's something that can easily happen, and you have to be careful about that when developing video games, for the few people that will develop video games. And it's simply a byproduct of the duration of the play being fine, really, but the repetitivity of what you're actually doing while you're playing is too much. It's too high. If I spent the exact same amount of time doing a few more varied things, I would have a better experience. Alright. This guy has camouflage, so we'll go this way. Just turn the camouflage off because it slows me down. Jump in the poo. It's still pretty funny. It's kind of one of the best elements in the whole game is jumping in the poo. This thing's gonna, I think, spring them in the butt. This is the second time that I recall they hit the raptor in the butt. It's a pretty funny gag. Doing everything twice is fine. Doing everything 3 or 4 times, probably too much. And usually we only do things twice. Except for the door opening mechanics. I really don't have a problem with having the puzzle and door opening mechanics used about 10 times. This is no good because I'm gonna move forward, but they set a trap again. What am I supposed to do here? Here's the raptor. I switch to the raptor. You have to come all the way. Let's find some space so we can switch to the raptor. We have to come over here and start to sniff. Seems like the Indominus Rex and the other raptors won't give me a... I can't go forward. Oh, look at this. Let's see. That's no good. What a bug that is. Just got shot into the skybox. That character is not going anywhere. Probably ever. Well, this doesn't seem like it's gonna work, so I must have to move the story forward. I don't think my guy is ever coming back, by the way. I think he'll be stuck there. Most games would have something. Let's see. Can I switch back to the raptor? Nope, he's still over there. I don't want to go in that area because that might just crash the game in total. But I'm also a little afraid that we're going to... Ah, there's a raptor. He finally decided to come back. We'll switch to Barry. Shoot that. That is a super buggy mini kit we've got here. I can only assume that there was some other way to do that and it would have worked out a lot better. Maybe you were supposed to get to this point and then you could have done the thing. It seems like you could have. Yeah. So hit B, switch to human, hop up, hit him. I'm still missing 2 mini kits. We throws the pepper at him, so he sneezes. I have no idea what the real movie scene there was like. They probably just ran and successfully got away.
I want to go home now.
Oh, sweetheart, you will, okay? I promise. Tomorrow you will be home and your mother will never let me see you again.
Go! Go!
So, here's a question. What happened to all the other people at the park that assumedly they were put somewhere where it was safe, and these 2 kids were put on this car in an incredibly dangerous chase after the Indominus Rex? That doesn't make sense. You would think that the aunt and her nephews would either stay at the boardwalk where they could seek shelter, or be evacuated with everybody else. Or at the very least, the aunt would make sure the kids got on the evacuation. The only way this works is if you assume that everybody else on the boardwalk simply was left to die. And that's rather gruesome. These kids are shooting guns just because they want to make it a kids movie. Yeah, it's the same group that they meet back together. I'm desperately looking here to see if there's some mini kits. There has to be some somewhere, but the indicator is not telling me. And this T-Rex is shooting things at me. You can switch to control the car. But honestly, even if you were supposed to hit things on the ground here, it's better to aim with the gun than it is to aim with the car. Nothing's counting though. I'm getting studs and nothing else. So let's shoot that thing off and see what happens. Alright, now we've got a mini kit. So am I really controlling anything? I hit a sign and I missed it. Darn it. So that's one I'm gonna have to go back and get, and this chase sequence is rather a long one. So that's gonna take some extra work. We're missing 2 though. Is this thing a circle? Maybe if I don't shoot, I can come back around and get it. I'm just hitting X like crazy trying to see. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything here that I can hit. And it doesn't feel like a circle. So let's hit this raptor. Move forward. And get another cutscene. There's actually quite a lot of cutscenes in this level too.
Did you just see that?
Can't wait to tell Mom.
No! You cannot tell your mother about that ever!
We have to get indoors. Follow me.
It really goes to show that Aunt is just a horrible child carer, even at the end of the movie. And they call for help.
Everything must be accounted for. I want all backup generators online. Where have you been?
Change of plans. Mission took a jog to the left. I'm taking everything off site.
Apparently this guy is the bad guy. So we totally missed one. 2, we got 600 million studs. So running through one level got us more studs than running through most of the other levels with score times 10. Let's go ahead and skip all of this because we've got to run back into it now. We made at least a significant amount of progress, but apparently I missed a mini kit somewhere else. And that's just going to be the skeleton for the pterodactyl. Get to true survivor, so that gives us 1 gold brick. And see, we don't really have a lot of time. There's one in Main Street we missed, and then there's one at the pursuit. So let's go to Main Street, find the one we missed, and then save and exit. Then we'll go into the pursuit part 2. At least they are nice enough to break the 2 pursuits apart. Almost certainly they only broke it apart because of that one mini kit. Where is this? Where is this mini kit? So we need the pterodactyls to move. So we need to activate this first. It's in this building in the middle section. Darn it. So that's almost all the work here is going to have to be done. How could I have missed something? So, come on, blue repair guy. Yes, you can repair that. Now I don't want to pick up even a single stud because it's just going to waste time. We've already gone 35 minutes in this thing. Fortunately, we can at least do the bonus run and get True Survivor in about 5 seconds. And I think we will take that option because we might as well. Let's see. There we go. Hop up here. Go this way. Take a picture on this guy. And maybe, just maybe, that would clear up enough of it. Let's see, when I run this way. Yeah, what happened to all of these people? Why did the kids not go with them? And why did they instead go in this car and start chasing after the dinosaur with the kids? I've made several statements that I stand by, that the parents are super irresponsible to let these kids go to amusement park by themselves with no supervision of anyone who knows what they're doing. But it's even more neglectful to take the kids with you when you know you're going into a super dangerous situation. There you go. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like it's going to take that long. This could have taken a little bit longer. Alright. So over here... Is that the reason why they killed off the Zara character? That very well may be it. They had to kill off Zara, who was the adult in charge of the kids. That way the person who had to be in charge of the characters was the aunt, and then the aunt, instead of doing the smart thing and saying, kids, just go this way with all these other people, I'm sure you'll be fine. Or with anybody, like anybody else. Anybody. Just go with these survivors. That she takes them with her to go save the Indominus Rex. Which, by the way, there's no real reason why the aunt should go chase after the Indominus Rex anyways, because it's not like she has any special knowledge or skills at all. She's a manager of a park. She doesn't know how to track Indominus Rex. She doesn't have any hunting abilities. Now we gotta jump back into this, and I think we'll get this just fine if I'm just riding the top of the thing. Hopefully this isn't one of those chase things like we saw once before, where you have to be a little bit to the left or right, a little bit in the middle. I think if I just move this to right about there, I think that's it. Nope, missed it. So return to the island, exit the level, we won't save. This is gonna be one of those, isn't it? Oh. And this is far too long a level. They are, I suppose, attempting here to trick you into thinking all the Lego levels were really long by giving you a pretty long one at the end. But no, it's simply just not the case. You can feel that it definitely feels like at one point they were gonna just make Jurassic World the Lego game, and then halfway through production they were told, no, you've got to make all the other Jurassic Park series too. I'm just gonna bear as far back as possible. What in the world? Oh, I'm not controlling the car. That's it. Okay, I've got it. I figured it out. So, at first you're playing as the character that's shooting, and thus you need to hit Y, just tap it once, control the character that's driving the car, otherwise your actions to move back and forth won't actually do anything. It's amazing it took me 2 tries there to realize that I wasn't actually controlling anything. But the car was weaving back and forth, and I thought, well, maybe the controls were just really bad. And it's so early. So here we hit X once it starts. Tap Y, and then now go that way, and we've got it. Good, finally. Save and exit. You have to tap Y and move into place rather quickly. We'll skip that. We've got True Survivor. All it's doing right there is it's actually just counting the number twice. Well, it's not counting. Well, yeah, it's counting the number of studs you got twice. Hey, we're up to 2 billion. Wouldn't really surprise me if we stopped at like 4 billion. But I haven't seen a limit in any of the recent LEGO games. And so we only have really enough time to quickly do this. Which is, I mean, we could get this done in about 5 seconds, but we have enough time. So we needed True Survivor. We didn't obviously have these score multipliers when we first did these bonus levels, or enough of them. So now we're perfectly fine. This is just the... Actually, I believe this is a T-Rex escape with the Indominus Rex replacing it, and you're playing as the characters. No, this is the Indominus Rex escape because you are in the gyrospheres in the story mode with this. Now you're just playing as one character that the T-Rex did fight, and the Triceratops, which the T-Rex never did fight. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of combinations, I suppose, of dinosaurs you could have seen in a fight. In a lot of ways, it is just this. Jurassic Park could have easily been a fight bracket thing. I mean, that might even be a cool concept. It's like, we're gonna start a 32 bracket of different species of dinosaurs. We're gonna poll the internet for 6 months and say, vote on who you think would win in a fight. Whoever wins in the fight is how it's gonna happen in the movie. So this movie that's gonna be probably 2.5 hours long or longer is gonna have 32 fights in it. Well, yeah, or 16 fights in it. You could do 16 fights in a 2.5 hour movie. You would just have to make the quick ones be really, the first round be really, really fast. Maybe drop a couple of them. Now, of course, then you get into the danger, is this just a dogfighting movie with dinosaurs as an excuse? And is that really what the audience wants? I think it kinda is, though. Every single Jurassic movie has dinosaurs fighting. That's what I think the audience wants to see. It's kinda what I want to see. The fact that they're fictional characters makes it a lot more acceptable. So, that took a long time. Next time we're going to do this guy and get the fish creature, and then hopefully it won't take too long to do the level because we've got quite a lot to do with the aquarium. There's a race, there's a red brick, there's 4 gold bricks. Once we get the red brick, we'll unlock it for basically nothing. The only thing after that is the bonus level, which we'll do after that recording. We are at 97.1% done with the collection. We have only 9 mini kits left, 1 red brick, 9 gold bricks, 1 amber brick, and 1 race. It's really, really close. However, we still have that bug. Let's not forget this gold brick bug that is here, yet it isn't here, may end up with us stopping at 99.9 or 99.8% done. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.